Last time on Dice Funk.
We are protectors of this new land, and you should probably not tell Laser. If he thinks there is no hope to defeat these, he may take drastic actions to open the door of death.
Two cyclical environments intertwined. Removing one would cause catastrophic damage to the other. For as repugnant as I find this place, you are correct, it must stay.
Dear dragons back at home, how are you? I'm doing okay. Enough small talk. There's an aboleth up here. We're all going to die unless we take care of it. Love, Throg. Respectfully yours, Throg.
Which is with a crit, I think, Throg, you will recognize the dragon biome when you see it. It won't be like with the life one where I'm vaguely describing things and you're trying to piece together what it is. I think when you see it, you'll feel it deep in your heart. You'll be like, oh shit, there it is.
Hey, weird old guy.
Maybe he he gets him probably in both both of his clavicles, just each side. Just thuds right into him.
Rushing over to Trey and asking what is happening? Are you all right? Why are you just in the water? Is there something wrong? Can I help?
This definitely is an aboleth situation. This person was enslaved psionically. This is a thing aboleth can do, as previously discussed, part of what makes them so dangerous. But with a crit, I'm going to give you further, which is that you taking this guy back to his hovel and looking through his stuff, you find a small jar of the slime. And what is happening to Treyan is that he has become infected by the slime's disease, which forces you to be in the water.
Yeah, the only option we have is set out to go into this to this temple. Treyan, or Treyan's real fast. Maybe he sort of Incredibles this and holds on to the back of the boat and just kicks.
Jeezum Crow, what? That's quite a helmet. You know, I knew a guy back in the day who had something like that. It was more of a crown. It was like a paper crown he got on his birthday. He got it at this hamburger joint. Man, you remember hamburgers? That was great. My wife says I'm not allowed to eat them anymore. I guess it's not my wife. It's my grandpa's wife. We have the same memories. It's a whole thing. It's a little confusing.
He's the ultimate boomer. It is every boomer in his species to ever live.
Yeah, imagine what that would do to someone's mind.
Gosh.
The aboleth is going to look at you, Throg, as you just pierced its tentacle. It's very angry. Its 3 eyes light up red, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I got a natural 1.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's bad. I'm gonna die.
That's so bad. Okay, so you swim towards Throg, who is coming after you with a pickaxe, and you pop the top on a vial of some kind of electrical liquid, and he's shocked, and his body thrashes, and you're like, this is it. It's waking him up. You're back, Throg. And then Throg just fucking nails you in the head with a pickaxe.
My main thought was right in one of her eyes.
Holy shit!
Break those glasses. Fuck her up.
I saw a spark against the dark, and we erupt, but it's a slow burn. I take a chance, we start to dance, can't see enough to know to turn around. The sound of a bonfire carries over fences, titillates the senses. We can feel the heat, the chill wind is pushing you into me, and it's looking like we might be burning, might be burning down. But we're a bonfire, I keep putting in, I keep putting in. Oh, we're a bonfire, I keep putting in, I keep putting in.
Consequences.
When we record this, it's still X number of weeks before the people listening are going to actually hear the thing that I did last episode, and all I'm going to say in response to it is, sometimes you make choices at 2 a.m., And if you've never... Look, you can criticize the choices I make if you've never made a questionable choice at 2 a.m.
Laura, I never make a choice at 2 a.m.
What Austin didn't seem to understand last episode is that when I walked up to a random tree and said, "Do you want to be in a band?" what I actually meant was, I'm taking responsibility for your happiness and freedom, and I will die for it on a moment's notice over literally nothing.
That's what asking if someone wants to be in a band is. We know. Yeah, you're repeating yourself.
This is more hardcore than joining a family or a gang. You do a beat with me?
I mean, look,
I will die for you.
You say that, I'm thinking back over the couple of like really kind of shitty but kind of fun bands I was in my late teens. Look, I haven't spoken to those people for like a decade plus. I'd still die for any one of them. Mm-hmm. There's something special about being a bunch of people who don't really know what they're doing, making sounds together. Sometimes you're like, fuck, we're in a band, fucking ride or die for life now.
They show up at your door at 2 a.m., another 2 a.m. choice. They have a gun, and they're covered in blood. You're in?
I'm in.
That's not a
so
choice.
long as we can relive the glory days by, putting on our terrible covers of 2010s or 2000s pop music, rock music that we did together. Pop that on the radio while we go hide the body.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so last we left the adventure, a chilling image we left on. Zana forms a rapier out of blood vessels and kills Peter on the ground, prone on the ground, just drives the blade into his body, and then picks up the bloody war gong off of his body and says, "Thanks for my stuff. Smell you later." And she teleports into the air using Dimension Door, a bard spell that you could have if you still controlled her, in a puff of fire and smoke. And she lands on the hamsect, which is flying through the air. She teleports up onto it and takes off to the east.
See, here's the secret about playing a bard. Once you get up to certain levels, you start just being able to do wildly varied shit that seems like you're a video game character. You have access to fucking all of the weird tools as a bard.
Anyway, I'm a giant tree now. Half tree, half meat.
All right, yeah, so we're going to do some level ups because you have completed this arc. As tragically as it ended, you did succeed in a way.
Austin, I have to tell you, I can't stop thinking about a thing, which is that when I realized that the timing of when we got this level up, I can't help but think that it's like, Peter died and the experience dropped and we all leveled up.
you all XP shared off of Peter's death. No, if anything, it's like a somber moment. The love bugs come up out of their hive and like go to take his body away because he had bonded with one of them.
No.
Oh God.
His body's mine. They can't have it.
Who is Mari or your new character?
Both.
Okay.
You're not taking it.
Austin, you're right that this is a sober moment, but I'm making jokes and being boisterous because that's the only way to deal with what I've done.
Well, I agreed to it, so you don't have to feel too bad. You said I want something. I said immediately yes.
I know, but I care too much about the characters. They're all real people to me, and I feel sad for the dead ones.
Yeah, well, I never say no to anybody. No, they're not taking Peter. I'm eating Peter.
Who is you human being Mari? Who's eating Peter?
Okay. Me. My God, what have I done? Oh! Give me this body of the red man. And I just stick my foot into his stomach and start sucking out all of his insides.
Okay, a lot to unpack there. One, Piccolo has an extremely new voice. That's exciting. Two, you are going to eat this body in front of Peter's friends. They all just accept this?
I don't know. You guys have any questions? Or this is fine with you? This all makes perfect sense to Piccolo.
Question one, I guess, would be like, no! And then question two, why are you doing that?
Why are you not doing it? Don't you want to commence in the feast? We've killed somebody. It can't go to waste.
Juniper is just trying to take in what has happened. She made a choice for sure, but the reality is sinking in of yep. Peter's dead, huh?
Also, Peter's muscular god part just fused with the tree, so I'm half tree, half meat. Suddenly, I have empathy for the things I crave to eat.
So yeah, you are trying to absorb Peter's body, and the muscular system of the god of lightning is like sucked up into your body. And we'll talk about your level in a second. I just want to establish, does nobody stop Piccolo the treant from eating Peter before his body is cold?
Is there a role we can do to know about demon death practices?
Would Peter have wanted to have a demon death practice?
Maybe you should have got to know him better. It's not taken for granted his wonderful...
Wow, really? A time like this and you're literally gonna be like, you didn't even know him. Don't make that Facebook post. Jesus Christ.
I don't know, man. He asked a lot of questions about you guys, but never asked questions about him.
Peter never even liked you, Austin.
I didn't even know you.
We've been on a journey that has very much been about dead bodies becoming part of our ongoing quest, and look, if Juniper's willing to walk around with organs of dead person hanging out inside of her, I don't think she's gonna be that phased at this point by someone eating a dead body.
I mean, I feel like like Korvok's gonna be like listen, Piccolo, like I know what it's like being the new member of the band, but I'm just gonna say I feel like you're really overstepping a little bit here. I don't think that
Why? Because I eat through my feet?
No, I mean I didn't mean that. I didn't mean anything. Shit, fuck. No, that's not what I was. That's not what I was saying. Let's not do this right now.
Do what? What are you saying I'm doing?
Nothing. I just look like look. I'm just saying. Also, sorry for slashing you back there in the fight. I thought you're gonna make me drink piss, but I just think
piss is very nutritious. It's full of nitrates.
That it is.
Oh, okay, I see how it is. Suddenly there's a new member, and now everyone thinks he's so cool because the new member eats through his feet and drinks piss. Wow.
Hey, no one's forgotten you. Can we not make it all about you and then you're not wanting to drink piss right now? One of our group just got murdered. Can we make it not about the piss drinking for like 2 minutes?
I can't believe this is continuing.
Hold on. Are you upset that I'm not also letting you eat the red man? All I'm saying is, I stabbed the red man. I did not want to stab the red man, and then the red man died. I gotta eat him. But if he was your bandmate too, if you want to eat him, here. I just reach inside and grab out some flesh and hand it to Juniper and Korvok. Do you want some? They'll always be with you. We can't waste it.
How much food do we have right now, Austin?
I'm so upset.
Austin, how are we doing on the food front?
So you got most of your supplies stolen by the Doom Occult. But then you did roll survival last episode, and I think did pretty well. I don't remember exactly what the roll was off the top of my head, but you have some supplies. I think you said you found some mushrooms and stuff in the tunnel, so you have something. You're not going to starve if you don't eat Peter's body.
Juniper isn't gonna eat him, but isn't gonna stop you eating him.
Mari, as the person who was playing a love bug, do you think the love bugs would be into someone eating Peter's body?
I think the love bugs are animals, so I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Ant colonies have specialized undertakers for the task. They usually carry their dead to a sort of graveyard or take them to a dedicated tomb within the nest. Ants bury their dead. This strategy is adopted by termites forming a new colony when they can't afford the luxury of corpse carriers. Yeah, I think if love bugs have anything in common with colony building ants, they want to take Peter's body and bury it, and I think they resent you trying to eat it.
I'm taking his head then.
You're taking his head.
Yeah.
Okay, well, your signature weapon is a huge executioner's axe, so that makes some sense. It is like an iridescent +4 weapon, a truly like unprecedented weapon of like just raw strength, a very brutal thing that you have. Do we want to talk about your character sheets as you cut off Peter's head?
Yeah, lovingly, though. Like, it's one of those scenes in a movie where, like, how did they manage to make that seem so tender and loving? But I do it. So I am I am a barbarian level 6 and a rogue level 1, which means I have +9 stealth, and I'm a 25-foot tall tree.
You're not 25 feet tall. I established last episode that
How tall
Piccolo
am
is
I?
the same height as Korvok, about 7 feet.
How 7 feet? Okay. I am an extremely stealthy 7-foot tall tree who inside my heart is 25 feet tall.
Okay.
Got a 25-foot tall spirit.
Yes. And so I can do this thing called Rage, which gives me advantage on strength checks and +2 melee damage with strength weapons and resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and damage and all that stuff. And I can do that 4 times per long rest. And then I have unarmored defense, which now gives me an armor class of 16, even though I'm naked. And danger sense. I have advantage on dex saving throws effects when I'm blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. I took the path of Berserker, so when I'm frenzied, I can do another melee attack, and after that, I get a level of exhaustion. But baseline, I have extra attack, so I can attack twice per turn, and then if I frenzy, I can attack a 3rd time. And then one day, if I ever get a finesse weapon or a ranged weapon, I can do sneak attack again each turn as well.
Yeah, so you're pretty... the barbarian abilities actually line up pretty well with just the character conceit. Because, yeah, like, unarmored defense is just like a barbarian being sturdy, but you actually have, like, bark. That makes a lot of sense. You have this, frenzy and rage and stuff, which is just, like, your natural instincts to, be part of this biome that was created to, like, eat people. That was, like, Piccolo's whole thing, was just a tree that was given sentience and didn't know what to do with it and just started killing. So it all works together pretty well. And your stats are sick.
I got woke because the guy said get woke, and then I understood the system in which I was held inside of, and all I knew was rage.
The rogue dip, the multi-class rogueness, is because this is very. So you took the muscles that Peter had, so you get his multi-class, but you took it in rogue because your whole thing was pretending to be a tree. You're very sneaky, because you're indistinguishable from a sakura tree when motionless. So
I like to pretend that I'll be like that cat, the ninja cat from that video. Like every turn you turn around, it's closer.
Yeah, that's kind of your vibe. So you're both extremely stealthy and absolutely brutal to fight. You're just like you're. What if a semi truck was a ninja?
This is a good friend to have.
Yeah. Juniper, you are the lone little person in this group of just fucking massive, brutal giants.
Yeah, I'm a shorty squad. Tiny little short squad has ended. It's just me down here now.
I love the idea of you being like, you crutch into the room with 1 foot and you're like, oh, I'm so weak, don't hurt me. And then your fucking bodyguards are a living tree and a giant, and they just can fucking move mountains with their bare hands. Like, you're extremely scary.
The big thing that's getting me is because I lost that foot and I can't do my big super high jump anymore. I can't like do the thing where I jump up to be at face height with everyone for a second. I can't have my like little glimpse of like, yes, I'm one of the tall people. So yeah,
you can climb on my branches and stuff. I don't know. Whatever. You want.
I think Juniper would very much like that. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes.
Can I make a swing out of Peter's head on one of my branches?
I don't think Juniper would be quite so into riding a severed head swing, but
Okay, true. That might be right.
you can do it. Juniper won't be into it, but
I'm sorry, what do you think a swing is, Mari?
Okay, so Peter has 2 horns, and you sit on the skull, and the 2 horns are connected to the rope, and they're connected to my branches.
right.
It's just, it would be so tiny. A person's head is not, anyway, it's fine.
Yeah, but he's a demon. He's got a demon head. Yeah.
See, I'm picking up what you're laying down, Mari.
Yeah.
Should I talk about my level up, Austin?
Yeah, in just one second, because this is kind of the introduction of a new player character, I want to just go one more time. You are Piccolo the Treant, which was a reflavored, I believe, half-orc stat block. And you used the, which background was it?
Path of the Berserker, which is the only one I could get on D&D Beyond without paying for an extra expansion pack, and I didn't want to write it down on a piece of paper.
So that's your barbarian subclass. What's your background?
Oh, my background? Oh, I'm a carpenter. But I make things out of flesh because I'm a tree.
Yeah, so you didn't actually go to what I called the serial killer room where that hand was nailed to the wall. But if you went inside, you'd find a bunch of furniture made out of the body parts of the adventuring party who came across Piccolo first. They were lost in the tunnels, and they were like, well, let's ask for directions. I'll use Awaken on this tree and ask. And then Piccolo roared to life, killed them. The one guy had this big axe that you took. The other guy had this magic piccolo. You didn't know how to play it, so you just put it in the room and then built some tables and chairs out of their body parts, and that's what's in that room.
They look really nice.
Uh-huh.
It's like really classy.
But as you said, even before Piccolo was revealed, it would be weird for a tree to see furniture made out of wood, but it's not weird to us, so that it makes sense that the reverse is true.
Yeah. They're beautiful.
Any other things? Your strength stat is sick as hell, but all of your mental stats are -1. Intelligence, wisdom, charisma.
You know, I was born yesterday or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm real strong, and I'm not wise, not charismatic, not smart. But I can handle animals and intimidate people, perceive, and +9 to stealth. So +4 strength, +3 dexterity, +3 constitution. It's based. I'm gonna smack.
All right, Juniper.
So for my level up, I really didn't know whether to put a level into Druid or Cleric, given the way last episode ended, because Cleric, I think, would have suggested that Juniper was primarily thinking about someone died and I should have been better at saving them. Whereas I think Druid leans more towards, I have a new plant friend and a little bit that's the more important thing to her right now, is I finally have an opportunity to learn about a cool new plant, and it feels like kind of the selfish choice for Juniper to make. So Juniper's taken another level in Druid. A little bit of extra HP, proficiency bonus increase. She can learn 3rd level Druid spells, and learnt 2 new spells. So she now knows Aura of Vitality and Call Lightning. And she now has a 4th level spell slot, but no ability to learn any 4th level spells, but she can take a spell she's got and turn it up to level 4 now. But yeah, I wrestled back and forth about which of the 2 level ups would make more sense narratively with where Juniper's at, and I think Druid is where she's leaning with where this is going.
I've just realized that you are now a party consisting of a tree, a gardener, and a botanist. So
yeah, we're getting there. Juniper is slowly turning this into the adventure she wanted it to be. Juniper is gonna make this an adventure about plants and learning about plants and being around plants if it's the last thing she does.
no matter how many people have to die along the way.
Look, Juniper has lost a foot. She's killed to try and save people. She's been through a rough time. She wanted to come up here and learn about some plants. So fuck it, this is her chance. She's got to learn about some plants. She's got to learn about some goddamn plants.
As much as I would have liked for this party to have started with 4 nice people who wanted to have a good time, I do think starting with Zelda and Vimble and having so much disaster has really supported the idea that this is like a dangerous adventure you're on. Like, it really feels like, oh, it's us against the world. Like, this is something that, you know, is a very perilous to undertake, which may not have been the case in a more traditional, like, beat up the bad guys, save the day kind of thing.
I think it's unreasonable to expect people who come from a world where there's very few resources to suddenly be in a world where there's tons of resources, and then for the act like accordingly when they don't know how. It's like that episode of Star Trek Next Generation where they had rich people from the past come to the future and they're like, no, we come from a place with limited resources. We have to hoard resources. And they're like, you don't have to. It's fine.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, I think coming up here with selfish, self-motivated people, plus the element of danger, has definitely put Juniper in a position where, yeah, trying to help everyone and party manage and be like group parent keeping the peace did not work. Trying to protect other people came with consequences. Just a little less thinking about that, a little bit more, hey, I'm here. Let's do it. When in Rome, as they say.
So you are leveling up Druid as part of the reward for undertaking this quest for the love bugs. They bring you treasure. They're just like random bits of, you know, gold and silver from the biome. They also bring you just random items they have, because that was the whole part of this. That was like Zana's rationale. Was like she had her musical instrument and rapier taken and she needed new equipment. And so in the pile of stuff the love bugs bring you, Juniper, there is one item you can use, which is a shield, which appears to be a large ladybug exoskeleton. Almost, it's like it has the black and red pattern of a ladybug on it, but it is like the size of a buckler, which is like a arm shield, which gives you +3 AC.
Ooh, I like that.
Do I get anything cool?
No, the love bugs actively hate you. You murdered a bunch of them, and then you cut the head off the guy they're trying to bury. So if Juniper wasn't about to take you out of the biome, I think they would probably kill you.
Well, you're here now, and I'm gonna become your new best friend, big walking tree. Juniper wants to know literally everything there is to know about you, but we do also need to get moving, because there are a bunch of people on a quest to the end of the world, and we know that at least one of them, there's at least one person who wants literal hell to be recreated, so we should probably get moving, and not let that happen.
For my thing, I took another level in fighter. So now I have what do you call it? I've got action surge. So once per short rest, I can take an extra action on my turn. And yeah. I don't know. I felt like it was Korvok's wanting to like I don't know, get extra into his like, you know, his like whole ninja vibes, and so he's just being able to like push himself extra hard and go like, hey, I'm gonna do one more thing. He's doing it like, and another thing. That's how he does it.
You are going to inherit Peter's Hammer of the Boop, which is the little squeaky toy hammer. +1 weapon and a +1 spellcasting focus.
Okay.
So you can wield that with one of your anime swords. And among the treasure that the love bugs bring to you, you find a big scary helmet. It is made out of like black metal and covered in spikes. You presume someone quite villainous died here, and their equipment ended up in the love bug horde. and when you put that on, you find you are immune to fear.
Okay.
And it probably has some other abilities, but just immediately you're like, oh, I'm very scary. In fact, you get advantage on intimidation as well.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that rules. Wait, sorry. Is the hammer of the boop, is that one-handed or two-handed?
I mean, it is what we do with it. It's a flavor on the weapon. So yeah, you can wield it just +1 as if it was one of your swords. So you have now sword and hammer.
Okay, I'm into it. I'm into that.
Now we just have to find you a sickle, and your fighting style is going to be extremely cool.
Yeah.
But so I was gonna say, do you want to have a funeral scene where everyone tells a story about Peter? But then Piccolo's like, I cut the head off. I'm making a swing out of it. It's like, all right, the vibe is fucked now. So
Is it? Why does it have to be fucked?
Piccolo, I'll explain this to you later, but people tend to need time to deal with death, and beheading somewhat expedites the process.
Well, they were gonna take the rest of them. I wanted some.
You're not wrong, but yeah.
You don't think he wants to come?
I put Peter's head on my head.
Now he can see everything I see.
This is gonna make processing this death quite tricky. Are we ready to just get out of here and get heading to stop hell being made real?
Korvok isn't freaked out by Peter's head being on Piccolo because of the helmet.
What was Peter like? What was his deepest desires? Did he have some sort of cosmic wish that I don't know about, so that I could honor in the future?
I mean, it largely involved making a corner of this world where just chill vibes could be achieved.
That lady said she wanted to make heck. What's that?
Oh, yeah, literally every possible evil that could exist being perpetuated for all eternity.
I'm gonna make the opposite of that. I'm gonna call it, after you die, you go.
I would prefer that to what they are planning. I'm glad you're on board.
I think that's a very nice gesture.
Okay, let's get out of here and see whether. Let's go see whether my cool bird is still stood outside or not. I'm guessing not.
Are we gonna be a band? Are we gonna play music?
We can play some music. We can get on the road and play some music while we go.
Wait, we're like I'm gonna be honest. Music has never been like a big part of this like band. Honestly, I'm like a bit surprised. Like this is like I think probably the first time we've mentioned it.
What is a band?
Usually, it's a group of people playing music together.
Okay.
Last episode, Peter tried to pivot the band to be a union, which is I think why Zana killed him. She's a Pinkerton.
Oh my god! Of course she is. Okay, we need to go kill this anti-union scab type. That's, you know what, that's the new driving motivation, not preventing hell existing, but it's, you gotta do what you gotta do to anti-union scab types.
What is murder?
When Peter was alive, and then wasn't anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter didn't want to not be alive anymore, but was made not alive anymore, that is murder.
Oh my god, I do that. And that's not chill?
It's not super chill. It's why we were very eager to not be murdered, and we're very glad you didn't murder us.
Oh, you're welcome. I had no idea that murder was bad. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Look, have you never okay, this world is very new. You might never have seen this. Have you ever seen someone chop down a tree, for example?
What?
Look, it's a thing that happened in the old world. I hope that we can get to a point where it doesn't happen up here. I hope we can prevent it happening up here. There are sometimes bad people who will just damage trees. You see, you know what? You see how that's bad? People also don't like being chopped down.
Oh, I didn't know they were the same.
Yeah. Also, like, how do you Do you... Okay, I have so many questions. Do you think in sentences or in images, or do you think in some kind of abstract other kind of way when you formulate thoughts? How do you think as a plant?
I think in sap, and I think in creeks, and I think in the way the earth tastes on my feet, and I think I need to touch the sky. And I think, oh, I've murdered.
Does sunlight have a taste when you photosynthesize?
Yeah, but it's
how
not
does,
the same taste as on my feet.
What does the sun taste? What does the sunlight taste like?
Taste. Sugar. Even though I don't know what sugar is. Shit.
I think actually biologically that does make sense because does
That's
it
why I said
photosynthesis?
sugar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why I said sugar, but I was like, do I know what sugar is?
Mansplaining photosynthesis to Mari.
I think you can know what sugar is. I think you can have that level of self-understanding.
No, because I make sugar. My friends make sugar. Okay. It tastes like sugar.
And oh god, do you dream?
I stop moving and thinking, and then I vividly hallucinate for hours at a time about my deepest insecurities and highest hopes.
What do you hope for as a tree?
The delicious juice that collects at the bottom of that meat pit.
Also, I have to throw in, I've just received a Facebook message in a group chat from my wife. Me, going to bed. Laura, recording in the office. What does sunlight taste like? I sometimes get little insights into what it's like living with someone that just talks one-sided at the internet, just right next to the bedroom.
Yeah. All of us have extremely strange conversations with alarming regularity.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Juniper is just, like, going to keep rattling off these questions until stopped. Like, she's just... This is everything she had hoped coming up here was going to be. Being able to have, like, actual conversations with the plant that weren't responded to with very abstract answers. Actual sentences is fucking wild.
Someone asked Cora, do plants sleep? If yes, can they have dreams? And the answer person, Cora, if you don't know, is like Yahoo Answers. It's where people ask stupid questions and then gig workers answer them. It says, at night, the glucose prepared during the day is rapidly translocated throughout the phloem tissue. I don't know if that's how that's supposed to be spelled, to different parts of the plant and is stored in the form of insoluble starch. So they don't have brains to dream, but they are undergoing some kind of specific processes that are unique to like their low activity times. And I wonder how that feels. Like you're just like, oh, I get real starchy at night. You don't understand, Juniper. I'm starching up a storm. I assume it's the same for you in your brain.
It's nighttime and my brain becomes carbs.
I got pasta noggin.
Yeah, did you get a case of the pasta noggin at night?
As this conversation's happening, you get back to Scorpion. You see that the love bugs are like following at a distance, a bunch of them. They are not happy with how everything turned out. They loved Peter, and they hate Piccolo. So they are like watching to make sure you leave. But you all have treasure now, and so you can start heading towards the exit.
Why must you always turn my children against me? It hurts so much.
Can you Is there any kind of role that can undo this animal-based fate, or is this just this is just the way it is?
Wait, can I do animal handling?
You could try.
15. I just turn around. I'm like, I didn't even know that it was bad. I'm sorry. Ugh, what is this torment? Guilt. I'm turning into a tormented Victorian monster. It will happen. I'm not going to continue to be a baby, audience. It's going to be okay.
You're pivoting to tortured monster.
No, I said it already before we even started. I just needed to, not suddenly know Shakespearean, just over time. Like in the movie Van Helsing.
The classic text that we all love. Is that didn't they make a new one recently, or is that I think it was a Netflix series? Not relevant.
There's only one good one, and that's the one starring the guy who played Wolverine.
Yes, Hugh Jackman's Hugh Jackton.
Yeah.
All right, so the love bugs don't tear you limb from limb, Piccolo, with a 15. I guess they do have some kind of empathy for you, as people. They are animals who were created by the same god you were to serve a purpose. They are pawns in the game of life now. So I don't know how deeply they understand what you're feeling, but enough so that as you leave, they're not going to like pursue you out or like sit here brooding and like imagining terrible vengeances.
They get it, but they're not cool with it.
Yeah, you can understand without forgiving.
Yeah.
But as you all get back onto your Yabba Dabba Doo wagon, which is also something you've inflicted.
Oh my God! What is it? Holy shit! This is sick, dude! Whoa!
Yeah, it's nothing too cool. It's just I just I mined a lot of ore and stuff, and just it's fun. I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess, but it's fine.
I didn't even know you could do this. I'm somewhat of a crafter myself. This is impressive. Would you like some bones or skin added to this?
You got some, yeah. I guess.
Yeah? Do I have any skin or bones, Austin? I only got his.
Well, when you say flesh or bones, do you mean bark and branches?
Or do you mean the severed head that you carry around with you?
Oh no, I need this. We need this head. No, to make stuff like chairs and curtains, flat, skin and bones. I believe you call it leather and ivory.
Yeah. No, I know how crafting works.
You are not incorrect that those can be turned into those.
If you've got it, I don't have any. If you do, it'd probably make it go faster because if there's bones and skulls on it.
Oh yeah, and then put it in the shape of flames.
Warhammer 40k logic.
Austin, do bones in the shape of flames make our cargo faster?
It depends on how you roll.
What do we roll to make flames out of bones that make our cargo faster?
Do I roll my proficiency plus 20?
Yeah, with your background as a carpenter, which is to say you're a tree who woke up, saw an axe, and started cutting people apart.
Crit fail.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I drop everything on the ground. Okay. No, I can do this. I'm really good at if we came back to my place, you would see I'm really good at this. Fuck.
Hey, you
so stupid for this band.
I sincerely mean this when I say it. You are better at accessorizing cars than any tree I've ever met.
Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. I mean, I could do I'm nervous because I just killed somebody and found out that that's bad. Oh, and I have a feeling in my body that hurts. I don't like it. Oh.
That's okay. We'll try. Accessorizing the ride a little later once we've all had a chance to calm down. Juniper is having this conversation while looking around, going, "Hey, any feathers anywhere around visibly?"
So you botched. You're going to take 7 damage, Piccolo, as you accidentally cut off a small, limb. Not your 2 main arms or anything. Just you have, branches and twigs and so forth with your very sharp, comically sharp axe. This is a ridiculous weapon you have. And so you're let me try to see if I can make some modifications to Scorpion. And you clumsily make some modifications to yourself.
I pretend I don't even know that I'm hurt, as if no one else is gonna know that I accidentally cut off a piece of myself, and I'm just it didn't happen. I'm fine, and there's sap.
hey, you did great, pal. And like he's gonna like take the like severed like branch and like sort of like stick it onto the thing, like a parent putting their like kids like art project on the fridge.
To answer your question, Juniper, can you roll me a perception?
13?
So as the vehicle starts moving down these hallways towards the exit, where you know where it is, you took Gale here before. 13 reveals there are a lot of tracks here. It seems like people have been figuring out what's going on and how to escape as you've been on your adventure. And so you see tracks from various animals and different kinds of wheels. It seems like a lot of people have made it out. And so you think there's a good chance that if Gale was outside waiting for you, she would have encountered some dangerous people because this is a big competition here. So 13 isn't enough to give you anything too specific to take concrete action right now.
Okay.
But you assume Gale would be in some danger if she waited for you.
Well, in that case, what can I do to make us move faster toward the end of the world? Speedy, go, go, go. We got places to be, adventures to do.
Right now, the vehicle is being pulled by Spider. It's not being pulled by the love bug anymore. So I think actually you've lost some speed. Do you have anything you can use? Any spells? I believe Peter was the one who had Longstrider. Damn.
I also have Longstrider. I don't know if I have any spell slots though.
You have all your spell slots back. You have
Oh, I do? Okay. Am I healed at all too, or no?
You're completely healed.
Full heal? Oh, hell yeah, baby.
You have everything. You're at max. You know, you just hit a save point.
Let's Longstrider.
Woo!
All right, Korvok, you give Spider a burst of strength, double speed.
Yeah, upon realizing that I have like recovered my spell slots and healed from my level up, I go yeehaw, and then go like let's ride, and like whoosh, and then we cast Longstrider. Oop, cast Longstrider. My mic just fell.
All right, so the party's moving real fast now. You can see up ahead the pinprick of light at the end of the tunnel. You're about to get there. You can already smell the next biome, which is a much fresher scent than these stuffy tunnels. But there appears to be...
What's it smell like?
It's an interesting question. This is now me trying to figure out how I would describe this. There is some kind of not unpleasant chemical smell, but like
okay.
The word that comes to mind is petrichor.
Oh, the rain on a hot day smell.
But you see up ahead, there is a humanoid figure who is standing against the light. They have there's a humanoid outline. But Spider is moving so fast, you can just run this person over if you want and just continue. Or you can slow and see what they're about. But there is one person just standing in the way of the end of this ecosystem that has vexed you for many episodes now.
Can I try and like get a gander at who they are?
Are you slowing down? Because you've used Longstrider. So basically this is a question of efficiency in the race.
The thing is, we do need to like make tracks, but also I think if we've learned nothing from this biome, if we've learned nothing else, it's that the true treasure is friendship. So we're gonna like slow down.
All right. So you tell Spider to store a little bit of that energy to slow down so you can see who it is ahead. And as you get closer, they are glowing faintly. You see, and that helps illuminate who they are. It is Ray.
Ah.
Well. Hey.
Ray and no one else, just Ray.
It is just Ray, who is a humanoid figure covered in gold. They have basically a gold shell around living lightning is Ray's body situation. And one of their hands is lime green acid.
That's great
Ray.
because gold is extremely conductive.
They're pretty badass, but they're just standing there at the end of the tunnel facing you as you come upon them, and instead of running them over and just crushing them under your wheels, you come to a stop, and Ray waves and just walks up and just says, Hello. Oh, I yelled. Why did I yell so loud? I was trying to get into Ray voice.
Hey, you seem to be alone right now.
That's me, all alone.
Did Dio go off somewhere alone?
That's a 10-4, good buddy. Ray just gets on Scorpion without, preamble or permission or anything, just naturally, as if they belong there, which maybe they do. I don't know how you feel about Ray, but they just get on board.
I mean, can we get back to sprinting and ask questions as we go?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, wait. No, there's an important question. How are you, Ray?
I am doing wonderful. I am learning so much. There is many secrets in these tunnels, and I have learned all of them. You are welcome.
What secrets have you learned? What are the best secrets? What are the best secrets you've learned in these tunnels?
Before Ray answers, Korvok's gonna be like, "Well, I'm satisfied with that," and then start giddying up again.
Yeah, the Scorpion continues on, and there is the light at the end of the tunnel. All of you have treasure on you. You were given by the love bugs, and Ray is literally made out of gold from this ecosystem, and therefore can pass out of this place without problem, no matter what. It's literally their body now. So that's no problem at all. But you asked, well, what are the best secrets? And Ray says, Dio found a clue about our creator and went with some other people to try to find that out. And I came back to tell you.
Okay, are you cool with just sticking with us and we sprint ahead as fast as we can and try and catch up, to catch up with Dio and reunite the group?
Well, I'm not a replacement for Dio. I'm my own person. We're very different.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was merely you and Dio get along well, and I was wondering if your intention was to be reunited with Dio ASAP, or if you had other intentions. I don't know what your deal is. That's why I'm asking what you would like.
I think Ray is still taking in a bunch of input right now in this scene, looking around, and just says "Where's Peter?"
Peter was killed by our old friend in the doll body.
And it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it is a bad thing.
Who are you?
I'm a tree and I murder. My name's Piccolo.
Honestly, Ray, you said that you learned secrets, and now, for someone who knows all the secrets, you're asking an awful lot of questions.
Ray says, "Sorry, I won't ask questions anymore."
No, don't listen to them. Ask all the questions you like. Questions are great.
I think I like the attention. I think I like people looking at me.
Oh, that is great. I won't feel bad about watching and studying you just a little bit.
You shall stare as you please.
Juniper stops resisting the urge to stare and is now just taking in every single bit. How do you move with bark like that? I mean, I used bark skin, so I should probably know this. Juniper's just taking it all in now.
As if specifically to overshadow Piccolo, who desires to be looked at, you plunge into the light at the end of the tunnel and find yourself in the new ecosystem to the east, which unfolds in front of you in a series of rolling hills, beautiful highland. There's a couple of interesting features that strike you. One is this mist. There is kind of a blanket of thin mist that prevents you from seeing all the way to the horizon. So you
can I taste it?
Yeah, you can taste it. That was kind of the smell before I was thinking about it. It's kind of there's a light misty taste and smell in the air, but it's pleasant, and none of it's bad so far. I mean,
plants
it's D&D,
absorb things through their leaves, so I'm tasting it.
Sure, if anything, you're drinking it.
Delicious.
But yeah, there aren't many trees. It's mostly grassland. But then you also see there are some what appear to be veins of black rocks like jagged black rocks kind of in strange geometric patterns on the ground, kind of breaking up the grassland. You see a couple of what look like groups of animals. To one side, you see what appear to be some birds chilling out. You can't quite see them close enough because of the mist to know that much about them without getting closer. And then on the other side, you see what appear to be some cattle of some kind. And that's your first impression. It's just like a peaceful, calming grassland with a thin blanket of mist and some pleasant-looking animals. The only other thing that sticks out to you is that there is a cairn, Cairn, which is like a stack of stones and a kind of almost like a little obelisk. It comes up to like I was gonna say comes up to like your head height, but most of the characters in the party are fucking huge, so it's probably like a little taller than Juniper, but like chest high on Korvok and Piccolo.
Is it made of the same like black stuff?
Yeah, I think probably it is. Yeah, it's like someone gathered up some of the black stones that seem to be naturally occurring and stacked them in what is clearly a man-made way.
When you say cattle, like, what do you mean by that? Like, are they in a fence, or is it just like animals that are they like domesticated? Is there yeah?
They're quadrupedal bovines of some sort. You would need to commit to getting closer for me to tell you more.
Okay.
These are separate kind of points of interest. You got to click on, and then it will load.
Juniper would like to click on the stones, because no way is she ever going to interact with an animal willingly after the whole Sleagle thing.
Piccolo is curious about meat creatures and the new formation of how they're together and wants to learn more.
Yeah, Korvok likes that too.
You're all in the same vehicle, so you can go to one at a time. Tell me which one you want to go to.
I desire to inspect the meat.
Juniper is happy to go along with this because hopefully this will open a dialogue and a share of information where Juniper can answer meat questions and Piccolo can answer plant questions.
This episode has really been focused on meat questions, I have to say. Starting with Peter's body and then right up to this very moment, it's all meat questions.
Look, I learned that sunlight tastes like sugar. There have been some non-meat questions.
Korvok's not interested in meat questions. He's interested in meat friends.
Sure. You instruct Spider to take Scorpion over to the cattle. As you approach, now is the time to roll investigation on the nature of these beasts. I say nature of these beasts. I obviously should say roll nature. Why am I a fool?
Oh, we're rolling nature?
Nature is what I want, yeah.
Yeah, in order to discover the nature of them. 15.
9.
Ooh. So 9 fail. 15 is good. Juniper, you have the highest score, so I think you're the first one who recognizes something is different from the cows and bulls you have seen. This is just a weird, as an English speaker, there's an animal called cattle, and in English we refer to the females as cows and the male as bulls. They're the same species, obviously. But when you approach, you're like, oh, something's weird. Oh, I know what it is. They're enormous. These are so much larger than the cows and bulls you've seen before that you think it might be some kind of optical illusion.
I roll animal handling. Oh fuck, 16.
It's a very big cow. It's not just a very close up cow.
Oh, I'm rolling animal handling too.
Fuck.
Yeah, I really want
11.
that thing.
Fuck it.
Yeah, we gotta get one of these.
Oh my god.
Big
19.
Oh, come on. There's gotta be something.
Oh my god. All right, everyone starts going apeshit for these cows.
They're so big.
Yeah.
We need to catch up with the race, and a very big cow would be helpful.
I just love big
I'm gonna
cows.
call them Python.
God damn you. So because you rolled really poorly on nature, you don't know why they're so big. You really don't know much about them at all, except they're very, very large. They have enormous horns. They have... they probably don't smell great. They're just out here just kind of wandering around, getting into, bovine business. But they don't...
Not to you. I like them.
With these animal
They
handlers...
smell delicious to me. I love poop.
Okay, with these animal handling scores, 19 and 16, some of them snort and size you up like they're gonna charge you down, but then you get out and you start walking over and you're like, oh my gosh, we need friends. Meat. I have meat questions for my meat friends, and they do not actually charge you because you're not hostile, and their behavior to you is like, oh, I don't even know that I should be afraid of people like you.
I pat one. I go, this is a lot of meat. There's so much bone and skin. Oh, it could make so much furniture. But it thinks though, so I'm not gonna kill it and make furniture. But you could.
This creature kind of just sees a good patch of grass and turns to eat it and just knocks you fully bodily down. Piccolo, not doing any damage. It wasn't even on purpose. That's how they do.
Whoa.
I'm walking up and like trying to like pet their snout, being like, "Hi, Python."
I give some of my leaves to one just cause. I'm like, I eat you. Do you eat me?
Yeah, you hand a handful of your cherry blossoms to these big animals, and they eat out of your hand.
Does it hurt to remove your leaves, or is it like when we get a haircut and like it's kind of inert and it's fine to remove the leaves?
It's extremely painful.
Oh, okay.
I just thought, I eat meat, and then I saw the meat eat plant. Something's going on here.
What you're discovering is the circle of life.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I just got smart like 3 days ago. This is hard.
I mean, I'm not a good gardener. I'm gonna be real, but like Piccolo, do you like prefer like manure, or do you like just blood and meat? Have you tried manure?
That's the stuff that comes out of the meat?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. And I walk over to a pile of poop. Hold on. And I start stomping on it. And I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I love this. This is way better than meat. Oh, the meat makes this? Do you guys make this stuff?
So, for context, the week that we record this, Cult of the Lamb just came out, which is a video game about making a cult as a sheep. And so many of my villagers have been, like, just wild about eating shit. It's all they want to do in my cult. Don't know what I did to foster this, but...
This scene single-handedly is going to raise our rating. We are now...
You guys make this? You guys make this stuff? I don't need to eat the meat. I didn't know the meat made this.
Well, that's good that you're not going to eat the meat, because we are meat and we really like to not be eaten. So if this is the trade we have to make to not get eaten, works out pretty well for me.
I'm sorry, this is just, I'm a tree.
No, you are a tree. I'm fucking wild about you being a tree. I am fucking loving this.
I am a tree. How do I not eat meat? Sam came up with the great idea. What if I eat poop? Here we are.
Yeah.
No, it's perfect.
Austin, can I like grab some cow pies and like keep them for myself? For my rations?
I love the idea that you have to apologize for all your character choices, and I fully support this going forward. Anytime you decide anything, you need to really make some amends. You need to do some Opus Dei shit.
So, Austin, can we enlist one of these big cows to help us go fast?
Also, wait, how big are they exactly?
I would say that these are about 50% bigger than the cows you and I are familiar with.
Oh, okay.
To answer Laura's question, with these animal handling rolls, you can coax one of them to help pull your vehicle. It is not.
Yes.
It is not bound to any of you magically or anything. It is not like loyal. It'll just go along as long as it's taken care of. But that is a situation that needs to be monitored, because it is not like Spider, where like Spider likes you and wants to do this.
Yeah.
And it'll be a food source.
Don't let it know that.
No, I meant it's poop.
I'm choosing to forget that. All right. So
We'll remind you. Don't worry.
Yeah, thanks. You have investigated the bovines. You don't know everything you could know, but maybe it could be a puzzle piece. Every ecosystem is kind of a mini puzzle. So there's other stuff going on here. I don't know if you want to continue east, if you want to check out any of the landmarks that I pointed out to you.
Juniper's gonna very quickly mash the interact button on the stones.
The naturally occurring veins of black stones, or the cairn, which is the man-made stacking of stones.
Oh, the cairn.
All right, you walk over. There are these stones that have been deliberately stacked in such a way, which clearly marks them as not naturally occurring. And let me get an investigation roll from you on this small structure.
I suppose I can do that if that is what I must roll. Ooh. 2.
Botch.
So what happens is everyone walks over to this cairn and just starts pulling rocks out like a Jenga tower and knocks the whole dang thing over. And as it falls apart and scatters all over the ground,
I yell, "This is bad for the ecosystem!" And I knock it over.
You see that inside that something was being stored there. A thing about cairns is that for kind of explorers, there were a way of giving messages. This is obviously before phones, before even radios or whatever. There's no postal system. But if you want someone else who's coming through uncharted territory to be able to receive a message from you, you create a man-made thing that they would recognize as not being part of the ecosystem, and you put a message inside.
I know that they're sometimes used in cave exploration. You put them at junctions in caves to be like, hey, this way or that way, here's what you need to know.
But with a 2, a 1, and a 6, you destroy the message inside. Mostly, it appears as you sift through the stones that it was from Gale, the harpy. She left Juniper a message, and you have ruined it.
Is there anything we can make out from it?
It's so I think it was basically shredded by the rocks, but you try to piece it back together. A lot of it is too ruined, and you can't find all the pieces. I think the tone you get is it's apologetic. It's like, hey, I was gonna wait for you, but it was dangerous. Scary people kept coming out, and I had to run away.
Oh, I recognize this. I'm trying to think of a pun for bird-related handwriting, and the best I could come up with is I recognize this chicken scratch.
No, that's great.
That works, I think. Yeah, I recognize this chicken scratch.
Yeah,
there we go. I found a pun.
That's absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, so Gale was going to impart more information about the people who you are currently competing against, what they're up to, and strengths and weaknesses she observed. But that has been destroyed, and now the race is a mystery.
Well, I at least now know to look out for weird little piles of rocks. Again, left little messages in them.
Can we take a look at the rocks now?
Yeah, there are these seams of naturally occurring, it appears, black rocks. Can I get a survival to look at these?
1, but not a critical one.
These are a lot of my best skills. I'm rolling shit.
9.
Just abject failure. I don't know. I've seen rolls this bad in maybe a couple seasons. 9, 9, 1.
Yeah, we've used up all our good rolls, and D20s, roll 20's gone. Oh yeah, shit. I was meant to give you a couple of bad ones sometimes.
So once again, Piccolo, you're going to take damage as the person who rolled the lowest here. You take 5 as you reach down and start picking up what is volcanic glass or obsidian. These rocks appear to have been formed by magma rolling across the landscape, which doesn't seem good. You don't see any magma right now, but you catch your hand on fire just picking them up and exposing just a pocket of still cooling lava.
Ow! 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 Ow!
If it's hurting, stop touching it.
I just smack my hand on the ground because I am a tree who knows how to stop being on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. So as Piccolo desperately tries to put their own hand out, you know some the basic facts is that most of this place seems like really pleasant grassland. There's some mist and some animals, but there is some danger that there appears to be some kind of volcanic activity. You don't know the source or how worried you should be, but the after effect is that there's some obsidian in the environment, but you don't know any more with these bad rolls.
Can we take some obsidian?
You could take some.
Is this a trick? I'm taking some obsidian.
If it was a trick, would I tell you?
No, I don't know.
Now I'm inside your head.
I'm taking some.
All right. There's one more thing that was pointed out you could investigate, or you could continue east.
The other thing was birds, right?
Correct. There were some birds.
Let's take a look. Yeah, that's what I say as Spider and Python bring Scorpion over to the birds.
All right. You roll your vehicle over to what appears to be a gaggle of birds. As you get closer, some of them kind of start wandering towards you, which is interesting. Usually birds like scatter upon seeing people. So that's the first thing that strikes you as strange. Roll nature.
Well, I mean,
to see.
They don't usually scatter when they see a nice tree.
Yeah,
Trees
don't
are
they want to
nice.
sit in my head or something? 4.
Coming towards you?
11.
No, well, I'm doing it stealthily.
19.
No, you're on a. I mean, you're on a rolling thing.
That's true.
11 and 19. This is a success here, above average. Juniper, you got the highest score. I'll say a thing you pick up about them is that they appear to be flightless. They don't have very developed wings. They have just kind of like rudimentary little wings. Maybe they can do like what chickens do and get a little flap on, but it doesn't seem likely. They
Just like Spider.
They also have a very large abdomen proportionally. They're like thick. They are chunky in a way.
Just like Spider.
But yeah, they also don't seem afraid of you, which is strange. The thing I will say is that these are both the two animals you've run into so far seem larger than usual and more docile than usual. That is what I'll say up front. Neither seem dangerous.
I'm rolling animal handling.
Me too. I got a 13, so I go over and
got
I be
12.
a tree next to him. You know, I'm half meat, so like I get it. You know. What about you guys? Are you anything other than meat? I see you have some hard parts. That's cool. I'm trying to make meat friends.
All above average animal handling, you can just walk over and the three of you can just start picking them up and like looking at them, and they have like a dopey personality. They're just like, oh, where are we going? Just like no sense of self-preservation.
Have they got the vibe?
I like these guys.
Have they got the vibe that dodos have? The dodo vibe.
Laura, you've said the secret word. These are dodos.
Can I put one in my tree branches? I'm doing it.
I'm gonna call them raptors.
You can just pick up a handful of dodos and just put them in your branches, Piccolo, and they do not fight you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Laura, you've solved my dodo puzzle. my dodo ruse.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I thought they were dodos and that we weren't supposed to say they were dodos, so I was like, those are dodos, but I'm not gonna say it. And then
Oh, wait, are the python based on buffalo?
You did not roll enough. You did not roll high enough for me to answer that question.
Okay.
If I achieve nothing else this week, I solved the dodo puzzle. I can. Life is worth it. I did good.
The bar is so low.
2 species famously known for being overhunted for food, so we're not gonna eat them.
Look, Austin, they're friends, not food. It's cool.
Yeah, if someone had crit, I would have just said, "Oh, you recognize dodos from an old textbook or something." They are in both in our world and in the post-apocalyptic world of your characters are from extinct.
These dodos are gonna make poop in my head, and I'm not gonna need to eat. It's automated food.
Oh, what's the best extinct plant that might be about up here? I'm gonna start thinking about. I'm gonna start looking up extinct plants. What are cool extinct plants?
Oh, there's the one that was birth control. There's like some ancient maize ones.
Everyone's Googling. Do you want to roll survival, Juniper, specifically to find a plant of some description?
If there's a possibility of old extinct plants being here, fuck yeah, I want to see those. 11. Can anyone give me like inspiration or something?
I'm
I
so
want
sorry.
This to be a
He's
good
dead.
No.
He's gone.
Roll. Wait, no. Was that a nature check?
It was a survival.
Oh, survival. Couldn't it be nature though?
Can I do it too? Because I'm a half plant. So just a 10. Sorry.
Nature is knowing about something once you see it. Survival is like finding it. So. Korvok?
I mean, I'll look. 18.
Yeah, so the party succeeds. You can find a plant. Here's how I'm going to structure this. It won't necessarily be useful to D&D, the game we're playing, but it could be interesting, or it could be a role play or a narrative thing.
Oh yeah, I have no desire for this to be mechanically useful. I just want to know about what cool plants exist here.
Yeah, you can make one up for me here, or we can go with Mari's suggestion, which is also the thing I was prepared to talk about, which is the ancient plant that attested in Greek writings that was a birth control plant. It was used to extinction by our extremely horny ancestors.
I am very okay with there still being birth control plant in existence. That's a fantasy world I'd like to live in, where you can just grow birth control.
Silphium, also known as laserwort or laser, is an unidentified plant that was used in classic antiquity as seasoning, perfume, aphrodisiac, and medicine. It was also used as a contraceptive by ancient Greeks and Romans.
Wow.
Austin, I've solved your naming convention for this season. You're naming it all after... Every NPC is named after an extinct plant. I solved your puzzle.
That would be sick if I did that, if I fucking made a mystery for myself and then accidentally solved it on air. The exact identity of Silphium is unclear. It is commonly believed to be a now extinct plant of the genus Ferula, perhaps a variety of giant fennel. Yeah, this is what I was thinking of. Silphium. You find some here, and you can turn to everyone and be like, what the fuck?
Oh, sorry, I just learned a thing. Apparently, people historically depicted the seeds of this plant as looking like a cartoon heart.
I am saying this as well, yeah. If you've ever wondered why the symbol for heart looks nothing like the thing inside of our chest, one theory is that it's the seeds of this plant.
Oh, fucking love this plant.
So
Great.
The symbol of love is just horny pills?
Yeah.
That feels pretty accurate.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's the seed that lets you make love without procreation. That seems appropriate.
What's more romantic than the pills that you can buy out of like this like manual like non-electronic like vending machine at a gas station?
With the Street Fighter characters on it.
Oh, you mean like the pills next to it? They're like boner pills and aphrodisiacs, but they're filled with cocaine?
I mean, it's not. I mean, probably not actually cocaine. It's probably something much cheaper and worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're Mari's on that luxury boner pill shit. you're getting the stuff cut with cocaine.
That is actually the exact opposite of what cocaine does.
We've had cocaine 2 on this season, but now we've got like boner pills of cocaine 0.1.
Oh yeah, can this just be even better birth control?
I mean, perhaps. There's a lot of stuff to still be discovered about this ecosystem, but the important thing is, I think, Juniper, you're like, these are dodos, and this is the fucking love plant. All of these things are extinct.
Okay. Can Juniper take a clipping of this and put it in a tiny pot to be able to take keep care of it and take a little sample back when eventually this is done?
Absolutely. I mean, just this discovery alone is enough for your name to go down in the history of your field, let alone everything else that's happened.
Well, I mean, look, when Juniper woke up today, she thought the walking tree person was gonna be that, but now look, there's a walking tree, and I've got sex pills. Got the sex plant.
Everyone, why don't you roll perception for me, or actually wisdom saving throw, everyone.
What? Why do you pick all the ones that are so hard for me? 7.
11.
9. I keep narrowly avoiding botches. So many of my rolls today have been a 2 on the dice with a modifier.
Why did you pick strength saving throw? That's +7. Come
Because
on.
you're not arm wrestling anyone.
I could arm wrestle a thought.
Yeah.
Do you ever punch the air against an intrusive thought?
I have not. I guess I'll try that in the future.
Yeah.
What happens with this failure on the wisdom saving throw, I think like the 6th failure of this episode for the group, is you don't notice that Ray wandered off at some point until it's like too late to catch up to them easily. You like eventually, who rolled highest? Korvok. You like see out of the corner of your eye Ray disappear into the mist.
Oh, Ray with your secrets.
I guess we go live in the mist now.
Let's go. Can I try and follow Ray's tracks?
What does the mist taste like to me?
I think the taste roll is perception, and I want to say we already rolled for this taste, so I won't make you roll it again. I'll just add that having seen the obsidian now, it occurs to you that there is a kind of aftertaste to it. It is like there's some spiciness to it, maybe from your perspective, Piccolo, where you're
something sulfury, something smoky.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Korvok sniffs the air and is like, "Oh, who beefed?" And then looks suspiciously at Python.
So, Korvok, you saw Ray leave. The roll was poor enough that Ray got away, but you don't need to roll again to follow them. You can just go in that direction. If you do you follow quickly or carefully? I think this is the tail of the long strider. I believe it lasts for an hour.
Okay, no, never mind. So, I'll go. No, I'm gonna go quickly.
All right. You spur the big cow and spider to pull the vehicle quickly through the mist. For a minute, your vision gets pretty bad. You can't quite see what's ahead of you, and the mist seems to be getting thicker. You hear something up ahead of you. It sounds like maybe Ray talking, and then you hear a splash as there's something happens up ahead of you, and rather than slowing down, you just go real quick. There is no time to adjust your approach, essentially, as you break out of the bank of mist you are currently in, and you see a small lake here in the biome. And there's still these rolling hills, nice, beautiful grass, and you see that the splash was clearly from Ray wading into the lake, which also appears to be one of the sources of mist. Putting 2 and 2 together, there's some kind of volcanic activity. There are bodies of water. 1 + 1 = thick mist. And as Spider comes up to the bank of the lake, you hear Ray say, "Hey guys, look what I found." And then you see in the lake with Ray is a large, scaly sail or fin, kind of cutting its way towards the new one.
Ray, you might want to get out of the water, right now. There is a thing coming. We do not know if it's friend or foe. Get out the water, get out the water.
But we're supposed to be making friends.
Yeah, but maybe make friends from the shoreline so that you know whether they're trying to eat you or not as the first step of the friendship.
Ray says, "I'll ask. Are you trying to eat me?" And the creature that is coming towards Ray begins breaking through the surface, and you see the longest known terrestrial carnivore of all time, the Spinosaurus.
Austin, can I roll Can I roll insight to find out whether the Spinosaurus is friend or foe?
You could roll, or you could see it open its massive jaws and eat Ray in front of you, or at least try. It is so large that Ray essentially gets like swept up and caught in the creature's teeth. Roll initiative.
12 on initiative.
All right, Korvok, you're first. You see one of the largest predators to ever live. In the D&D setting, I guess the Tarrasque has it beat. But in our world, simply the largest thing that could try to eat you gets Ray in its mouth and starts trying to chew their solid gold body, which doesn't actually work very well. You want initiative.
Oops, I've got a gold toothpick stuck in my teeth now.
I mean, Ray can't really be digested. They're just gonna be inside.
All right, and do 9, and then I plus d6 from Hunter's Mark, which does an extra 2. So I do 11 damage.
All right, so you jump off of Scorpion into the lake and go with Hammer the Boop in one hand, Anime Sword in the other, and just start striking?
Yep.
All right, Juniper.
Let's try a new spell out. Let's do Call Lightning. So Storm Cloud's going to appear, 10-foot tall cylinder, 60-foot radius, centered on a point I can see. That's going to be above the big water beast. I'm hoping I can electrocute it just fine and not hurt Ray, because Ray is mostly electricity anyway.
Yeah, my only concern would be Korvok also standing in the lake, but I do like the idea of you just nuking this fight with a 3rd level spell.
Oh, but isn't it a cold attack or is it a lightning attack?
I said Call Lightning.
Cool. Oh, okay.
Yeah, as in, hey, lightning, go, yeah, C-A-L-L, come be here, lightning.
I'm sorry.
I call you over here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw to see whether this thing gets hit with lightning.
7. Korvok, you also roll.
Okay,
16.
Okay, you're fine.
Woo!
So, let me roll that damage.
You are not fine. A creature takes 3d10 lightning on a failed save or half on a successful one, but because you're in a lake, we're doubling it. So
you take 19 damage, and the thing in the lake takes 38.
Yeah. So Juniper, paint me this picture, because you see this fight happening in a lake, and you're just like, I'm gonna go Oppenheimer mode on it.
Yeah. I may not have thought about every person in the lake, but Juniper does just call in a cloud, and I'd like to think that as the lightning flashes, it's like the scene in the HBO adaptation. Everything goes like completely black for a split second before just the lightning and the silhouette of the sea beast being hit. That's all you see.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm actually going to roll something here. I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw. Basically, to not be afflicted by fear, this thing you're doing. I rolled 11. That's not going to do it as far as your spell save goes.
Yeah, that's not going to hit it.
So I think, you're all standing near this misty lake. This enormous predator just tries to eat a human-shaped person. It gets instead a giant piece of gold stuck in their teeth, and then the sky splits open and lightning begins pummeling down. This is a spell unique to druids. It lasts 10 Christian minutes.
Yep, and every time my turn comes around, I get to be like, hey, that lightning, here it comes again.
Wait, so then if I try to attack it, I'm gonna take like 19 damage too?
Yeah, if you stay out of the lake, you're fine. Just don't step in the lake.
Everyone turns to look at the barbarian armed with only an axe. I don't know what you want me to do, Juniper. The look on Piccolo's face says. You have turned this fight into, basically you've turned the arena into the sea of nuclear radiation in Fallout games, where it's like the area you can't enter without dying rapidly. And the Spinosaurus just shakes its head violently to try to get Ray out of its teeth. I'm actually going to roll here strength for Ray, who's very strong, being made out of 15, so like basically a layer of gold, and gold is soft, but like it's metal against flesh. Ray pulls himself out of the creature's mouth and falls into the lake, not hurt by lightning. Ray is made of lightning. It is nourishing, and so the Spinosaurus attempts to flee as you just open the sky and begin pouring lightning down on the arena.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. It's 11.
That does not hit. I think the waves from this giant creature trying to swim away like buffet you back. Unless you want to pursue this thing, I think the fight's over. This is a role-playing decision. It has plenty of hit points left, but this spell specifically in this situation, Juniper, are you like standing on the deck of Scorpion, holding your rake aloft like Gandalf's staff, as you're just willing this?
Actually, you know what I think I do as the power move? I have the ring that makes me immune to electricity. I think Juniper is walking into the electrified water completely unafraid, ready to electrocute again.
This is the twist. Earlier I said like that. Oh, you're on one crutch and you have the two largest, strongest bodyguards possible. The twist is you're the dangerous one.
That's it. I might not be the speediest. I might not be the biggest or able to hop very much. I hit this thing with lightning once and it freaked the fuck out.
Korvok, you kind of wash up on the shore of the lake here as do you make the cloud chase the Spinosaurus as it like tries to get up out of the lake and run away? Because you have 10 minutes of cloud.
Can I just have the cloud follow me in case we find anything else fightable in the next 10 minutes?
I guess.
There's a little celebratory cloud just trailing behind us like a little summon, just like, hello, I'm your little friend.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, would prefer, not being electrocuted, but okay, sure, yeah, I guess it's...
Look, if I had stopped and thought about it, yeah, I am aware you would have preferred not to be electrocuted. I would have thrown you the electricity ring to put on and then done it. I wasn't thinking a friend was being eaten. I electricked. I'm very sorry that I electricked you. I hope you're doing okay, and I hope I only hurt your body and not your feelings.
I'm feeling fine, on the outside, but on the inside, not so much.
Hey. How about this? You wear the no electric attacks ring and hold the rake for a bit, and I move the cloud over you, and you can have the fun of not being touched by electricity for a bit.
Don't placate me. And then Korvok's gonna go off and sort of pensively stand on the bow of Scorpion.
Juniper's just there like, I was trying to be nice, I'm sorry.
Everyone roll hit dice to heal, short rest if you need to. You went from having 2 bards to 0, so you no longer get the Song of Rest bonus.
What are we doing here? Where are we going?
This world you exist in was created, very deliberately by a known set of people. And as we understand it, there's a little corner of this place at the end that hasn't had a theme picked for it yet. Hasn't had, a topic or a concept put there. And we are racing to the end of the world to try and decide what this last little corner of this new world should be.
The place I was in before, the place I belonged, only wanted me to kill for the pleasure of dead things. But now I'm in a band. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do in a band.
Well, I mean, being in a band is about supporting other people and trying to work together to create something bigger than yourselves and make something new, something that is a combination of what all of you coming together can create and become.
What did the red man want to do in the band?
As I said, he just wanted a little corner of the world that was quiet and stress-free, a little corner of the world that was just a place where people could be and not worry. I think there were drugs involved in getting to that point, but like, yeah, just a relaxing, no stress corner of the world.
And the meat that killed the red man wanted not that, wanted opposite of that.
Yeah, wanted it. Okay, so the one who killed Peter, we don't know what she wants exactly, but we know that she's traveling with someone who would very much like eternal suffering and damnation to be a part of this world. That this world would have a little corner where just everything is terrible and horrible and miserable all of the time. Which, I mean, I know between that and Peter's plan which I would prefer.
All right, I'll take Peter's spot. And I just put Peter's head back on top of my head because it's my hat.
Oh, I forgot you were wearing the hat.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that is admirable. If you decide at some point you want to do something for you, if you have things you want, that's also okay, but...
Are your branches still full of dodos?
Yeah.
Okay. So with every movement, a dodo, or two falls out of your branches and goes like rolling through the grass because they're basically dodgeballs with faces.
Yeah, that's fine. I just crave their poop, which is rational to want as a tree.
Mm-hmm. I didn't realize how challenging this material would be when I conceived of the newly awakened tree person.
Well, it's better than craving meat.
I mean, you are
up for debate.
You are minimizing harm. You are harm reductioning here. I can't deny that.
Yeah, no. Korvok's just like just sort of like pouting and like like staring off pensively into the distance. He's like he's also like I don't know if he has anything. I guess he probably I don't know if he would have anything that he could write with or anything like that. But he's like if he maybe like some of the obsidian, but he's like using it to like paint his nails black.
Bandmate, I see you are brooding in the corner. How very dramatic of you.
That's the word I was looking for.
I've recently learned I also love drama, and when people look at me.
This is an exciting development in Piccolo's voice. Is this where we are?
Yeah, well, I was always going to be Frankenstein from the movie Van Helsing, who is a theater major. It just takes time.
Korvok's like, I don't like drama. I'm shy. And then he like turns away.
Whoa. How dramatic.
Can we just have one quiet day when no one gets eaten by a fish, no one gets beheaded, no one makes an enemy?
I mean, like, you're saying all of this, and like, I don't know, like, I guess, but like, also, I don't know, it seems like you just like killed like one. I'm new to the group, I don't know you that well, but like, it seems like you killed one person and then also just electrocuted me. So like, I don't know. I guess I can kind of see where some of this drama comes from.
Juniper doesn't have a response to that. She just kind of goes a little quiet.
And so an awkward silence falls over the group as the mist closes in on your vehicle. And it turns out that big lightning show and the subsequent bickering have drawn someone's attention because you hear a thump on the deck of Scorpion as Sprinkles, the homunculus, shows up. You turn to look at her, and she is narrowing her eyes at you, Juniper, as the one she knows best. In fact, she has not met Piccolo and Korvok. So with her eyes kept on you, she begins looking through her deck of cards, kind of casually one at a time until she finds the one she's looking for. And she shows it to you, and the name on the card is 10,000 Goblins. The art only shows about a dozen because that's all that can fit on a trading card, but it clearly represents an unbelievable horde of goblins. And she strikes the card through her hollow runner and begins summoning goblins armed with knives and sharp sticks and all manner of bloody implements.
What have we done? What have we done now? What have we done now? What did we do this time?
I saw a spark against the dark, and we erupt, but it's a slow burn. I take a chance, we start to dance, can see enough to know to turn around. The sound of a bonfire carries over fences, titillates our senses. We can feel the heat, the chill wind is pushing you into me, and it's looking like we might be burning, might be burning, might be burning down. But we're a